Hello, I'm Lauren Taylor. A defiant President Zelensky has insisted Ukraine will win the war as the country marks the second anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion. Several Western leaders, including the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, are in Kyiv in a show of solidarity with Ukraine. Ms von der Leyen praised the extraordinary resistance of the Ukrainian people and reaffirmed the EU's full support. President Zelensky again stressed his country's need for more weapons. And there have been further Russian attacks on Ukrainian cities. For a second night running, targets in the port city of Odessa have been hit, killing one person. 3 others were seriously injured. Well, President, these are live pictures now coming into us from Ukraine. And President Zelensky addressed his nation from Hostomel, the site of the first major battle of the war. He said the country was still optimistic of victory.
2 роки тому ми вогнем зустрічали тут ворожий десант. 2 роки по тому ми
2 years ago, we met hostile landing with fire here. But 2 years later, we welcome our friends and partners here. We have become 730 days closer to victory. Someone is waiting for some sort of fortune teller to give us the end date. But millions of Ukrainians just remember a great quote from our poet Kobzar. Keep fighting, you are sure to win. None of us will allow our Ukraine to end. In the future, next to the word Ukraine, the word independent will always stand.
Meanwhile, NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg spoke about the need for ongoing military support for Ukraine.
Above all, Ukraine retains its freedom and independence. This has been made possible by your courage and resolve, enabled by major military and economic support from NATO allies. Just in the past days and weeks, NATO allies have announced new packages of aid worth billions of dollars. These cover key capabilities like artillery ammunition, air defense and combat boats, as well as F-16 equipment and spare parts, drones and the mining equipment. More support is on the way.
Our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucette, is in Kyiv to mark the grim anniversary. Lise spoke to Ukraine's former Prime Minister, Arseniy Yatsenyuk, about the ongoing war.
The miracle happened that we still have an ability and the chance to stay right now in the center of the capital of Ukraine, in Kyiv. Because everyone underestimated the strong will and guts of Ukrainian people 2 years ago. And a number of intelligence agencies strongly believe that Putin is to take over Ukraine in a few weeks at least. But we showed a very strong resilience. And as you are correct saying that, look, actions are needed. Words matter. But actions are needed in order to save Ukraine and actually in order to save an entire civilization, mainly the Western civilization, the free world. Because we have to frame this war. This war is not just about Ukraine and Russia. This is the war that war criminal Putin waged against NATO, the Western civilization, and actually against the humanity. So we are desperate in getting this kind of real support from our partners.
You follow the situation very closely. We hear reports from the front line. Soldiers say they're even running out of bullets. And we've heard that even the air defense systems here that you rely on are running out of ammunition. How bad is it?
Here is the thing. Just 10 minutes ago, I had a telephone chat from a friend of mine who is at the front line. He's near Bakhmut. He's in the reconnaissance unit.
Bakhmut, which fell to Russian forces after some of the bloodiest battles.
And the thing is, what I felt, that my duty is to send him a strong signal that, folks, we will prevail. Because the mood is quite gloomy, frankly speaking. So we have to reinvigorate.
Even admitting you could lose this war if you don't get
I want to
immediately this Western aid that you've been promised?
Let me put it this way. We as an entire Western world and the free world, we are not allowed to lose this war. We can win, because this is the righteous fight. But the thing is that we desperately need ammunition. We desperately need support from our Western allies. And I strongly believe that the US Congress is to pass the security package as quick as possible. I just had a chat with my American friends and they said, look, it's going to take up to 2 months. I said, folks, we are on the brink. Could you speed up this process?
What does that mean, on the brink? You've lost
we are running
Yeah.
We are running out of ammunition. That's the reality we are living in. But you know, this is the war. So we don't have to be over-optimistic, what happened last year, and neither we don't have to be over-pessimistic. So we have to be very realistic. We can win this war. We will win this war if we stand united and if we get everything that is needed for the Ukrainian military.